I'm going to start this video off with the eclipse we had. It wasn't last night, it was like night before. But anyway, these were like 40-some second videos. Yeah, I could have made, could have set my camera on the tripod and done some time-lapse stuff, but I was more interested in getting a night's sleep. And I just would get up at about 12:30, and then the next one I think was at 2 o'clock. I think the last one was right at about 5. I posted some on here on YouTube is too. I posted over on TikTok. This stuff I made on a combination of my on my cell phone and on my camera. Yeah, like I said, I could have put more effort in that. Next time we have an eclipse, I may do that. I may just plan that out. Like I said, I was more interested in getting sleep than making video. But next time I'll put a little bit more work into it. Let's see. Next thing I'm going to cover. Well, let me show you this. Now I've had this for a few years. Now you can get these off Amazon. The input on this is all Bluetooth. Now they make it in several. They make some with some micro SD slots on there. You can plug different recorded media on there. But this is just pure Bluetooth. Now it's got a power. It's rated from like about 5 volts DC to about 24 volts DC. So it works perfect for 12 volts. I've used this on 12 volt. I've got the wires. I had this hooked up to a pair of speakers, but I didn't have this set up. Now I thought about just wiring this into take an old boombox and just wiring this up to the power boombox so I could back it Bluetooth. I may do that. I might wire this into something else. You can find these projects, here on YouTube. A guy will take. Now they got these double DIN display radios. They're made for automotive. They're all 12 volts DC. These guys will take these automotive radios. They have a nice little display on there. You can use either using Bluetooth, or you could have. They've got like USB and micro SD slots on there where you could have stuff recorded on a USB or micro SD card. Because you can now guys will take these displays. You can get them from there's one of my pickup I gave about $40 for. Got it off Amazon like that. You can also go to the places that sell the high end car automotive stuff, like the radios for high end cars. They have them from about 20 watts, like one of my pickup, to maybe several hundred watts. You can get these. Guys will take make a big custom wooden box. They'll get one for maybe rated for like about 400 watts. They'll custom build a 12 volt DC power supply for them. They'll take some big old massive speakers, like a big wooden cabinet, glue them together. Have the padding inside so these things sound real nice. Have maybe like 4 foot wide cabinet that they'll make. Put these things like for if you get kind of party or something. That's what these are made for. If guys got like a man's cave and he's got to have a party in there where guys are consuming beer and partying all night or something. That's what these are made for. You can find these projects here on YouTube. I don't remember what to call them, but those are here on YouTube if you want to build one of those. Or you can pretty much do whatever you want if you're good with woodworking, carpentry, that type of thing, and good with electronics. Build your power supply and wire these up for it. Last thing I want to cover is this video I was watching a little bit ago. Now, the video I was watching, I downloaded it it's the ARD Reisen channel. Now, Reisen is like for travel or vacation. That's the German word for that's travel or vacation, something like that. Now, let me give you this guy's YouTube channel name. I think it's like he did the same thing I did. I think it's his personal name because this sounds like a personal FRISO. RICHTER, Friso, Richter, something like that. FRISO, RICHTER. But anyway, that's his. Most of those were in German, but I saw 1 or 2 that were in English. But the video I was watching, what this guy had done. Now this is cool. Now I'm going to ask him to my viewers a couple of questions after I posted this. But anyway, this guy took an old VW microbus and converted it to DC. He's got an electric motor in there. He took out the gas engine and put electric motor in there. But anyway, he had these solar panels on the roof. Now these would slide out where they were not only solar panels, but they were also shade where you could camp in this microbus. These solar panels were also shade for the microbus. You would charge some internal batteries. he also had some charging ports on this microbus, so he could plug it in and charge it. The solar panels weren't enough to, you'd have to charge it periodically because the solar panels weren't enough. I think he said like 30 kilowatts or something like that. I would think that would be sufficient to charge the batteries, but apparently not. Or maybe he's over there in Europe where you don't get as much sunshine as we do here in the southwestern United States. Now, that was really, really cool that if you want to go to that YouTube channel, there was a bunch of other videos I saw that were on the, on camping, on RVing stuff through Europe, on the ARD Ryzen videos. There's a ton of ARD Ryzen videos on camping and stuff if you're interested. If it helps if you do speak a little bit of German. But another question I'm going to ask now, if you take an old microbus and convert it to total electric, if you have electric motors in there and batteries, is that a crime against history? I've asked the same question on lowriders. Is taking a vehicle and making a lowrider out of it a crime against history? I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. I think lowriders are cool, but taking like an old, like an old Nova or Impala and making a lowrider out of it. Now, if you don't know what a lowrider is, I'm sure they're lowriders. It may be more popular here in the Southwest than it is other parts of the U.S. Is making a lowrider out of an old vehicle a crime against history? Is taking an old vehicle and taking the gas engine out of it and making it all electric, is that a crime against history? Because there's people that they see it both ways. And for me, I don't have any problem with taking an old vehicle and turning it totally electric. There was a program, I can't even name it. That's what they focused on, taking historic vehicles and converting them to all electric. Is that a crime against history? I don't think so, but I'm asking my viewers, what do you think? Again, let me give you the FRISO-RICHTER if you're interested in his videos. Cool if you're into that type of thing, camping, doing the total electric camping thing, where you're making at least some of your power. Okay, ciao, and for, what's his name, Frisco, Wiedersehen, dude.